3 of the scariest movies in the world. Please subscribe to our channel. 1. Veronica movie. Spanish product in the horror genre. Before we go to the story of this movie, don't be afraid. As much as the product of the horror genre is popular in cinema, its production is also difficult and extremely risky. Although the name of this genre is tied to a few specific countries, the fact is that many other countries in the world have also had successful productions in this field. Veronica is a film directed by Paco Plaza and produced in Spain, which was produced in the same genre and has been well received. According to the author, one of the most basic and at the same time most key characteristics of films of this genre is the importance of sounds and images in them. For example, I'm fluent in Spanish, but I saw the movie with some friends who didn't know Spanish, and we saw it in a situation where we didn't have Persian or English subtitles. Before the beginning of the film, I thought that I had to translate every single dialogue for my companions like a simultaneous translator, but after the beginning of the film, I realized that the platform provided by the filmmaker for depicting the events of his story and the expressive images and numerous signs conceptual images included in the film are so clear and intelligent that the role and importance of dialogue and words are significantly reduced in it, and the images themselves speak for many of the film's concepts, and this is one of the main characteristics which has fueled the success of Veronica as a movie in the horror genre. Plaza has avoided verbiage and narrates his story with an appropriate rhythm and a semi-fast rhythm and removing many frills that have led to suspense while being exciting in his work. Drama maintains its genre styles. For example, the story begins with a relative stillness and the introduction of the main characters, and at first we witness the daily and ordinary life of a teenage girl from the urban middle class in the 1990s, but a crisis forms the main knot and everything that happens increases the difficulty of the initial situation. The girl is added and subsequent crises happen, and in the same way the story turns from an ordinary drama into a complicated horror movie. Drama maintains its genre styles. For example, the story begins with a relative stillness and the introduction of the main characters, and at first we witness the daily and ordinary life of a teenage girl from the urban middle class in the 1990s, but a crisis forms the main knot and everything that happens increases the difficulty of the initial situation. The girl is added and subsequent crises happen, and in the same way the story turns from an ordinary drama into a complicated horror movie. Drama maintains its genre styles. For example, the story begins with a relative stillness and the introduction of the main characters, and at first we witness the daily and ordinary life of a teenage girl from the urban middle class in the 1990s, but a crisis forms the main knot and everything that happens increases the difficulty of the initial situation. The girl is added and subsequent crises happen, and in the same way the story turns from an ordinary drama into a complicated horror movie. The work in execution is also uniform and clean. The right mise-en-scene, intelligent games with light, color and shadows, the right size of the frames, and most importantly, the right atmosphere that serves the content of the work are the characteristics of Pablo Plaza's direction, which made his film a completely impressive work in its genre. Have made. 2. Gangnam Haunted Asylum. 2018 South Korean product in the horror genre. So it's obvious that this place is an attractive place for people who have a headache for excitement, like these two brainless characters in the story Bom Sik Jong. The two main characters of the story enter room 402, which is the last locked door in this building. Anyone who has opened the door to this room has said that entering it is tantamount to death. Therefore, it can be said that it is better to keep some doors closed. In an exciting twist, the film cuts to the Time of Terror show. Terror Time is an online ghost hunting show hosted by a charismatic young man named Captain. The captain posits the idea that the haunted asylum is cursed because it was either built over a mass grave left over from World War II or was once a torture site for the Southern Secret Police. Before you can say Scooby-Doo, the Time of Terror team is on the asylum case. The captain team, consisting of 6 rookies including a young scientist girl, a smart American Korean girl, a technophile man, a funny man and several others, begin their quest to discover the truth about Ganjeam Asylum. They enter the clinic equipped with advanced sensors, mobile phones and professional shoulder cameras. Before going to the third video, please subscribe to our channel. 3. Lights Out movie. American product of 2016 in the horror and mystery genre. Is a 2016 American supernatural horror film directed by David F. Sandberg in his directorial debut, produced by Lawrence Gray, James Wan, and Eric Heiserer and written by Heiserer. It stars Teresa Palmer, Gabriel Bateman, Billy Burke, and Maria Bello. It is based on Sandberg's 2013 short film of the same name and features Lotta Losten, who starred in the short, for. In the film, a young woman must confront her childhood fears to protect her brother from a vengeful supernatural entity holding a mysterious attachment to their mother. After the short film's success, Sandberg announced a feature film adaptation based on his short film. Principal photography for the film began in June 2015 in Los Angeles. Filming was completed on August 5, 2015. The film had its world premiere at the Los Angeles Film Festival on June 8, 2016, and was released in the United States and Canada on July 22, 2016, by Warner Brothers. The film received positive reviews from critics, with many praising the direction, screenplay, acting, cinematography and musical score, and grossed $148 million against a budget of $4.9 million.